streak or no streak. Bill Goldberg was a Bill Goldberg was a he was a draw. He was a star. He was a I mean, he was unique. I mean, the streak added to it, but I still think he would have definitely been a top guy without the streak. When I look at Bill Goldberg, I don't think of the streak.
What's going on, everybody? This is Dr. Chris Featherstone here with Vince Russo for another episode of Running the Russo.
What's up, Doctor?
Vince Russo, how are you, my man?
What's going on? I got to get waked up. I got to wake up.
We need to pick me up, man. We need to pick me up. Let's do it.
This is what we envisioned in January, okay?
Yes, sir.
It's happening here in September. Gonna go on forever.
Yes.
Forever.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. All right, let's talk about Bill Goldberg burying Asuka recently on the Talking Real podcast. He was talking about the streak. And as far as someone breaking it, he said some girl at WWE. They did it on purpose. I have nothing against the girl by any means, but yeah, the whole WWE experience. I was part of WCW when they were kicking their A in the Monday Night Wars. I didn't know what was going on at the time. I was just one of the sides. Now one side dissolves and the other one consumes everything. So they can treat everyone and everything the way that they want. I think there's always going to be a bird in their butt that I was a part of a company where I was the champion in a very short period and a short period of time, and we were beating them in the ratings. Asuka, she replied, and she said the following. She said the following. Must be a long tweet because, all right, here we go. She said, yeah, that was a long tweet. She said, Goldberg's comments about me are all over the news right now. But honestly, I'm not bothered by it at all. What he said came from his own perspective, and that's fine. So there's really no need to make such a big deal out of it. Listen to my philosophy. It's not about what I accomplish. It's about what I try to create. Philosophy and vision, that's where the real value is. I don't find meaning in anything without beauty. I've achieved every record, every title, but those are just milestones. What really matters is opening a new era, creating the moment that separates before Asuka and after Asuka. Having the power to change an era. That's where true value and beauty exists. I don't chase records or championships. They're the ones that come to me. There's not enough art in this world. Clown emoji in a video clip of her with her serpent centipede thing going over her face. Forever. She should have said that there. So, wow. All right. Lot said there, Vince. How do you take this?
This is why this is, thank God, the last Sportskeeda show. Because these two absolute morons are talking about professional wrestling. When you listen to this in the context of professional wrestling, do you know how stupid both of these two people sound? This is the perfect example of why I cannot stand talking about this crap anymore. Asuka and Bill Goldberg combined never won one wrestling match ever. The both of them combined, they won fake matches on a television show. And the way these people talk about professional wrestling is such a godsend that this show is coming to.
All right.
Chris, I got to tell you, man, you know, it's funny, Chris, because I could have done Monday's show, because what happened was I worked with ICP. I worked with them in Denver on Sunday and Monday.
Yeah.
Bro, I got home on Monday at about 7 o'clock. Bro, do you know how good it felt to know I was just laying down at about 7 o'clock, unwinding from the day, knowing I did not have to put on that show?
I imagine.
Oh, I mean, bro, it was like just night and day. This is the typical. It's listening to these people talk. They're freaking lost. Whatever world it is that they live in, they never won a match. There was never any records. This is freaking professional wrestling, bro, and it's just absolute ludicrous, bro.
So you're telling me that, speaking of Oscar, you're telling me that.
All right, Chris.
Yeah. Let's go to laugh.
This is what's been envisioned in January, okay? Yes, sir. It's happening here in September. Gonna go on forever.
Go ahead.
I was trying to hold it and laugh.
Go ahead.
So you're telling me, Vince, that you, speaking of Oscar, you're telling me that you did not miss Oscar on Monday.
Oh God, bro! I'm telling you, when I got home, and like I said, bro, it was 7 o'clock, and I laid down because I was just shot from the last 2 days, and like something was different. Like, you know, my body was telling me, "Oh, it's this time. You're supposed to be doing something."
Yeah.
And when I realized what it was, and I didn't have to put it on, oh my God, bro, it was such
Cathartic.
oh, bro.
Yeah, man. But let's talk about this a little bit more because, you know, we're commissioned to do so. From a standpoint of Bill Goldberg, Vince, you work with Bill. You understand the pride that he has for the business, but don't everybody? I mean, don't a lot of those big name wrestlers, don't they have pride in the business? But Goldberg, is it to the point, Vince? And, you know, I've told you before, big Goldberg fan as far as just his career is concerned. But is Goldberg so tied to that streak because, in all honesty, is that really the bread and butter of his career? Is it safe to say no streak?
I mean,
if Goldberg never had a streak,
yeah,
would he be the same Goldberg as he is now career-wise?
Bro, it's so like just you saying that there was no streak. Like
but that's his whole Goldberg streak is like his thing, man. People know Goldberg based on the streak. 173.
For me personally, you know, the answer to him is yes. The answer to me is no.
Gotcha.
Streak or no streak. Bill Goldberg was a Bill Goldberg was a he was a draw. He was a star. He was a I mean, he was unique. You know, I mean, the streak added to it, but I still think he would have definitely been a top guy without the streak. When I look at Bill Goldberg, I don't think of the streak. I mean, I think of an intimidating wrestler that had a great entrance, that had a lot of intensity.
Yeah.
That was definitely a top guy, made a lot of money, just like the other top guys. I mean, that's how I look at it.
Sure, that's fair. See, I'm a traditionalist when it comes to the philosophy of wins and losses matter. And I still believe that. This 50-50 crap is the death of professional wrestling in many ways, man. And I think the fact that Hogan, having a 4-year streak and, Bruno keeping the belt for 8 years and Backlund keeping the belt for 4 years, stuff like that, it really carves the legacy of a lot of these wrestlers. And I do think that the streak is the nucleus of Bill Goldberg. I will say that. I think that the streak is the nucleus of Bill Goldberg because it made him look more like a killer. I think, Goldberg in and of himself looks like a killer, but I think the streak helped because it made it seem like he's really indestructible. And it's supposed to be like suspending disbelief anyways. And if you have someone who's coming in the ring and that he's just about to plow through people, and the way that he did the streak, I think that mattered too. Most of his matches in the streak were they were squashes, and that was good. If there was a lot of 50-50 matches in this streak, to me, it would have diluted it tremendously. But the very fact that he was coming in and squashing, I think that that's a part of the nucleus and part of the brand of Goldberg. My issue with this is, Goldberg, dude, that's your brand. That's your streak. That was a part of building Goldberg. So keep it that. Like, why can't Asuka have a streak to help build the Asuka brand? And that's essentially what happened in NXT because she had a streak to build the Asuka brand. To me, it's apples and oranges. I don't even, this whole streak conversation is just completely irrelevant to me. It just doesn't make any sense.
It's not only that. My God, come on, Bill. How many people during that time were watching Goldberg's streak compared to how many people were watching Asuka's streak on NXT? Like, bro, how can you even compare? That's like, you know what that's like, bro? That's kind of like, when Sarah Hara Oh had the home run record in Japan, like anybody knew that. Yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, he puts more of a spotlight on that, talking about it. I didn't see Asuka's streak on NXT.
Boom, 100%. Because, dude, your streak, like I said, is the nucleus of the Goldberg brand. That's never going to go away. Yeah. So it's, if the streak in NXT was a nucleus of Asuka's brand, if anything, you should be happy or you should be honored that they even used your career as a template for building Asuka's career in NXT. Like, to me, if I had a streak of 173 and the WWE said, okay, well, we'll give Asuka 200. To me, I'm like, okay, that might be petty WWE stuff. But I know WWE, and WWE's petty regardless, but that still doesn't take away my streak. And I shouldn't be so focused on the WWE booking someone else to supersede my streak. Yeah. You know that's going to happen. You know what I mean? That you already know that's going to happen. Yeah. So to your point, Goldberg is putting Asuka's streak over more than what people already knew about it. You know what I mean? People don't know Asuka's streak even remotely close to remembering Goldberg's streak. So to me, it's just a waste of time, even talking about this stuff from Goldberg's perspective.